What's up, my church family? Hope you guys are doing well today. We're getting into some simple truth today. We all need a little daily bread, so that's what we're doing today. Our passage today is coming out of Isaiah chapter 6, and our biblical theme for today is sin and separation. As you read through the biblical accounts, you'll find that there are many attributes of God that are highlighted throughout the pages of Scripture. The Gospels show him as our loving Father. Genesis shows him as the creative designer of the heavens and earth. And Revelation reveals God as the righteous judge of humanity. But in the writings of the prophets, we see his holiness, as even the angels cover their faces and declare the awesomeness of God. Isaiah 6:3 says they were calling out to each other, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of heaven's armies. The whole earth is filled with his glory." Holiness, what does that mean? It's not a word we use every day, so the weight of it can get lost very easily. It means being set apart for God's purposes. It means that sin and evil do not have a place in our lives because we trust that God's way is best. See, our church is part of a holiness movement, right? Maybe you knew that, maybe you didn't, but we place a lot of emphasis on this process of being holy as God was holy. And why do we do that? We do that because God has set each of us apart. And he set us apart to be holy. That is the calling that all of us share through Scripture. In First Peter chapter 1, it calls us to be holy because he is holy. And it's just this daily reminder that you and I are called to more, right? We're called to be more. We're called to do more. And I pray that today, as a follower of Christ, you would remember that call to be more today, to be set apart in all that you do and all that you say. See, it's in those moments that separates us from those who are not followers, those who are not believers, the world, if you will. It separates us in the way that we talk, the way that we love, the way that we treat people. All of those things should have to do with our holiness that God has called us to, that being set apart that he has set for us. So one more time, Isaiah 6, verse 3. They were calling out to each other, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of heaven's armies. The whole earth is filled with his glory." May you and I be part of filling this earth with his glory as well. Talking with God today. It's really hard to live a life of holiness. There are a lot of distractions, and to be honest, sin can actually feel good sometimes. Actually, most times sins probably feel pretty good in the moment, although the consequences of sin don't feel so good. That's what makes it so tempting. So today, take a moment to thank God for being holy. I want you to just pray today, as soon as this video ends, that we are thankful. Allow yourself to be thankful for who God is, the holy, most high, the God who created you and has set you apart. Thank God for being holy so that we might have a fighting chance, right? That's how I view this, that we might have a fighting chance to live a life that looks a little bit holy, that looks a little bit like Jesus did. That's what we should strive for. So take a moment, thank God for being holy, and ask him to help you trust him enough so that your life reveals his kingdom. Is your life revealing his kingdom? It's a great evaluative tool every single day. Am I revealing God's kingdom? Or maybe as you look back on the day as it ends, did I reveal God's kingdom today in my words and my thoughts and my actions? Did people that didn't even know who I am see Jesus through me in some way? Maybe it's the way you smiled. Maybe it was the way they saw you treat somebody else. I was in the store yesterday, just picking up some lunch, and had this lady in front of me in line that just went out of her way to compliment a gentleman who had his daughter with them that was in line in front of her. And she just said, "You know, I just want you to know that thanks for being a great dad, and I see you with this daughter that you genuinely love and you treat with honor and respect." And it was just a cool thing. I mean, we were in Subway. It wasn't like he was going out of his way to do it, but she wanted to go out of her way to say, hey, I noticed that. And those are those little things, those little conversations, or those little actions as I just watched this kind of unfold. It made me smile because I saw people that I have no idea where their faith journey is, if they even have a faith journey. But I thought, man, that's the kind of love that we need to show, and that's the kind of attitude that we need to have, that people are always watching, and the world is watching us to say, what is this Jesus all about? And why is he so special? And a little extra today, if you want to go a little further, 1 Peter, I mentioned this earlier, chapter 1, verse 16, reminds us of God's call to be holy because he is holy. Think about the areas in your life that you struggle with and list them out. Then write a letter to yourself based on the impact of those decisions are having on your walk with God. Be honest, and then ask someone you can trust for help in addressing these issues. So take that, if you want to take it a little bit extra today, and see what God does with that, see how God blesses that. My friends, that is your simple truth for today. Be blessed. I love you, and I'll see you next time.